There's a passage in Professor Epstein's memoirs that comes to mind. I suppose that's not really Agnes's decision to make. I suppose that takes care of that. Thank you for waiting, everyone. I'd like to say a few words before we begin. My name is Renne Bright. I am Aramis Academy's current Student Council President, the 98th to be exact. In keeping with the ethos of Aramis Gainsborough, our school's founder, this festival has become a springtime staple here in Edith. Traditionally, the students have always had to plan and build the attractions on their own. But this year's event brings with it a few changes. For one, I am the first exchange student to be elected Student Council President at Aramis Academy. This year's theme is a new season together. I hope all our guests, as well as our new freshmen, will enjoy everything we have to offer. Without further ado, it is my pleasure to declare the 98th Aramis Academy Festival open! Hello there, Mr. Advisor. Are you getting ready to make your rounds? Thank you for bringing Potter Mater back to me. I do hope you realize I will not stand to let this debt go unpaid. Prepare yourself, because one day I will show you just how grateful I really am. My, you can be quite the handful sometimes. It must have been due to the phase space expansion, but that portal seems to be something else entirely. Well, I was supposed to show up at the finale and say a few words at the end. But if I'm unable to make it, I'm sure Albert will figure something out. I agree. I wonder if this place was made manifest by the 8th Genesis along with the other 7. It looks like time is at a standstill here, just like it was during Pandemonium. So if all goes well, we might be able to wrap this up and be back in time for the end of the performance. As much as I'd like to investigate it further, now's really not the best time. She's always had a soft spot for you, and why that is, I'll never understand. Renne has... I have had just about enough of you at this point. It's about time you got a dose of comeuppance, and I'll be the one to deliver it! You just had to drag those kids down with you. You really are the worst, Harwood. I wouldn't overthink it. It's as Aaron says. He simply takes pleasure in stirring the pot. Still, it's nice to know he finally got a proper scolding for his incessant mischief. That seems like an apt enough description to me. And look at what's inside of the man in front of us. I never considered that. Melchior had connected the legacy, which happens to be an observation device, to the Orbital network. And that meant your consciousness had been stored in the core of the 8th Genesis. I suppose another coup d'etat would cast a considerable pall over the festival. You may have aided me in the past, but I can't allow you to take this from us. That may have been the most irritating field trip I've ever been on. Probably. The Geneses have most likely regained their luster. That's no fair. Oh well, I'll just reserve the one after. Perhaps it's something Auguste planted when he hacked his way into the Märchengarten. Whatever it is may have remained behind after the fact. Are you suggesting this is one of the 4 remaining demon lords? How horrid. That's only to be expected, what with the mad philosopher's plot being the common thread between them. Connecting people through the Orbital network. In a way, the Märchengarten may have fulfilled its original purpose after all.